Well, hello. Welcome to confirmation number 9. Today I make this fairly fast and furious, and it's just about to kill me. I'm a history teacher, and this whole quick little Martin Luther thing is going to be really interesting for me. So, Martin Luther. This guy is tormented. When he finally finds himself in the monastery and as a teacher and everything else, he's tormented by the fact that he's got all these sins and all these things carried upon him, and he's just not good enough. He can't get past the fact that he is continually sinning and can't get away from it. And to make things even worse, Rome sends this guy named Tencel up to Germany where he is, and this guy is selling indulgences, which is a way to work your way into heaven. And Martin Luther realizes, no, that's not it. That's not the way we do this. And because of that, he ends up writing the 95 Theses and putting them on the Wittenberg door. And somebody grabs them down, ends up getting them published, and off it goes. And the Reformation is not going to be stopped from that point on. But what is it that got Luther to a point of peace? What was the scripture that really kicked it in for him? And the scripture for Martin Luther that really got it going was when he was reading Romans 1:17. And here it is. For in the gospel, the righteousness of God is revealed, a righteousness that is by faith, from first to last. Just as it was written, the righteous will live by faith. Now, when he read this, of course, he first reads this in Latin. And in Latin, that righteous is a legal term. It was translated into a legal term. And that was something you had to earn. And when he finally read it in Greek, it made all the difference. In Greek, the word for righteous is to declare as righteous. It's something that is not earned. In other words, it's nothing that we can do. And with that, Luther finally goes, oh, that's it. This is a gift from God. It's not something I can ever earn. It's a gift from God. And so from this, he forms his 5 solas, which we always, as Lutherans, quickly condense down to 3, which is grace alone. That God is the one who does all the work for us. He's the one who saved it. He started it. So grace alone. Then second, faith alone. Believing in what God has done and in his grace. And then, of course, scripture alone, meaning that it is in the Bible that we find out and know these things. So, Romans 1:17 for Martin Luther. That would have to be one of his go-to scriptures. All right, now I'm going to switch this. For confirmation, one of the things, it's more of a tradition than anything else. When you're up in front of the church, the congregation is going to expect that you have your scripture, the one that means something to you. And so just as Luther found his in Romans, you need to start looking for what scripture speaks to you. and we'll help you with that. Anything you need from me, I'll give it to you. Anything you need from Tricia, from the pastors, anybody, we'll help you as far as finding this scripture for you. As a matter of fact, the one more thing that you guys are going to need to do before we do this whole confirmation thing is to talk to one of us, make sure we got all the questions answered and everything else, and then you're going to have your scripture that you have, and then you're going to put together a faith shield. And on the website, we're going to have a nice little example for you, something to look at. And we'd like to have those things done the week before confirmation so that we can review them with you, talk about your thoughts, and make sure that everything's fine. Thank you so much. This will be the last of the videos in this little series. I'm just excited that you're going through this thing. So, there you go. Have fun finding a scripture that speaks to you. We'll be praying for you guys. Take care.